The Adobe Women's FA Cup is all about thinking of what could be, dreaming of a fairy tale ending, hoping for a trophy charge and believing anything is possible. If there wasn't already enough fable in the cup draw, it's seen two local rivals pull together to battle it out for a place in the next round. Derby County of the Women's National League North in the third tier of English football take on Leicester City, currently sitting 8th in the top tier, the Women's Super League. A huge opportunity not just for the fans to flood into the Dynamo Arena, but also for the club as a whole. Is this page one of another famous chapter in FA Cup folklore? What an opportunity on what has been a dry day and a rarity to start 2024. It's cold, it's crisp, and it is perfectly poised for a fantastic cup tussle. The U's will have to do without Megan Tinsley, who suffered a season-ending injury last weekend against Liverpool Feds. The match was abandoned due to Tinsley's injury. We wish them well on their recovery from a dislocated ankle and fractured fibula. Does mean that Sam Griffiths is without a key player for this one. Amy Sims captains. She has 6 goals already in the competition, including a round 1 hat-trick against Lincoln. Sarah Jackson and Charlotte Steggles both start against a team they know very well, having previously spent time at Leicester City. Number 17, Helena Meadows, by the way, makes her Derby debut, having only signed 5 hours ago. 8 of the 11 start for Willie Kirk, started against West Ham in the WSL in mid-December, their last turn out. Today, captain Sam Tierney starts in the middle of the park with Lena Petterman leading the line. Petterman has been in fine form since joining from Montpellier in the summer, having found the back of the net 4 times already. Jelena Leitzig, currently, usually the number 1, is on the bench this afternoon with Lise Kopp awarded their 2nd start for the club. The Dutch goalkeeper has only started 1 previous game this campaign, and it was a cup tie and it was a cup win on penalties over Manchester City. Does need to be mentioned that Jelena Leitzig was actually brought on for the penalty shootout, but a fantastic turnout from Kopp, keeping Manchester City at bay for large spells of that fixture. It is one to look forward to, one that's going to intrigue plenty, and certainly one that we all believe could be the tie of the weekend. There's been a lot of great football already in this FA Cup 4th round weekend. We've had to wait for this one. Sunday afternoon. Mentioned it was dry. It's just about started to sprinkle a little bit of rain, which of course helped the artificial surface that we're playing on. Will this give us the tie that we're all hoping it could do? Conversations between Amy Sims and Sam Tierney ongoing in the middle of the park. Phoebe Cross, the referee in charge this afternoon, 2 assistants, Leonie Harland and Phoebe Warner as well. Jack Shepherd, the 4th official. All of a sudden, there is a little bit of nervous energy perhaps creeping into some of those in attendance, certainly not on the football pitch though. This is it. When the whistle blows, there is no separation, no divisional difference or pending promotional partings. It's all about getting your name in the hat and keeping your dream of FA Cup glory alive. Derby County versus Leicester City in the 4th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. Leicester City, we fear will have a lot of the ball. The fixture this afternoon, an early scamper there from Julie Thibault. Launched forward by Camille Jenkins. Thibault. Now Sophie Howard. Josie Green beginning to step forward.
Stand, Janice, stand.
Howard sweeps it out to Thibault on this near side. First taste of FA Cup action for Julie Thibault. A little bit of pressure on from Amelia Wilson, a little bit overzealous in the tackle on Josie Green. Howard, again, immediately fires it out for Thibault. Now Leicester beginning to tick it around, and O'Brien. Again, Jenkins in quickly to prevent any immediate danger via Shannon O'Brien. That's the throw in. Popped off there nicely from Leicester City's perspective is Rantala. See immediately the fluidity in which this Leicester City team will play with Breen and Rantala, Goodwin, Cayman, popping up in different areas and shuffling across the pitch wherever possession leads them. Kopp fizzes it out again to Thibault. Does allow good football on this surface. Does mean that Leicester City, who under Willie Kirk, have really changed their fortunes in the past year and a bit. I mean, it was only January of last year that we were talking about what seemed a definite relegation to the Championship incoming, and then a couple of changes in terms of personnel and difference in opinion, and all of a sudden they're not only no longer looking over their shoulder but looking up in the WSL. Fantastic turnaround. And Tala. Howard. Derby know they're going to need to be patient. Breen dancing around and penalised for handball. Shannon O'Brien fairly dismayed that the decision didn't go their way. Now a chance for Derby perhaps to get on the ball a little bit with Sarah Jackson, who leaves it and wanders off. Anna Draper come in to take the set piece. Fired forward, given something for Sims and Eleanor Ashton to chase. Tracy Green again. Lisa Kopp very comfortable in possession, although also the commentator, as she skips out of play, don't spend as much time in the Ajax setup as Lisa Kopp did, without being comfortable and progressive in your approach from playing out from the back. Found it fairly difficult to break into the first team, but in fairness, in Janina Leitzig, one of the best goalkeepers in the division the second half of last season, certainly, and ever impressive in the first part of this season since signing on a permanent deal. This is an opportunity, though. Opportunity for a couple. Only handful of changes from the last WSL side that started for Willie Kirk. That winter break has now come and gone. Chance to get back into your rhythm. Begin to look ahead to what could be for the second half of the season, and that dream is certainly alive if you can get yourself a result, get your name in the hat for the next round of the FA Cup. Bit of defending here to do for Jenkins, and O'Brien wins the corner. Rantala with a delivery. Sure, it goes to O'Brien. Chops it back, and nice little 1-2. Really good movement from Leicester City. No chances taken, though, as Missy Goodwin was the player ball was directed toward. Janice Kamen going to come over and take this throw in. Takes it quickly. Sophie Howard, with her experience and brilliance in a game like this afternoon, is absolutely perfect from a Leicester City perspective. So reliable, so important to this Leicester City side, the way they set up, the way they keep the ball. Will need to be an element of patience from Derby County, but they'll be pleased the first 7 minutes have gone by without any real danger, any real test of Anna Draper's goal. Here's Sims. Now this is an opportunity. This is the player that Derby want to see progressing in the right way. Livid with the decision that goes against Amy Sims. Excellent goal scoring record already in this division. In this competition, I should say, from Amy Sims. Hat-trick in the first round against Lincoln. On the score sheet in the second round against Loughborough Lightning. And then a brace against Chester Street Town in the last round. 6 goals, averaging 2 a game thus far in the competition. I think if she gets 2 today, we may be talking about a cup set. This feels like a game that is going to be a tight one. It's not the derby for either of these two teams, but it is a derby. It is an opportunity. It is a feeling. Bragging rights that always matter. When it comes to the FA Cup, it's not the most important thing, but it's certainly in the thinking. Always in the thinking. Theobald to Howard. Fizzed in the first real opportunity we've seen from Takarada to get on the ball. Rantala, lovely slide ball through. Here's Petterman, really good save. Really good save from Anna Draper. Sprung off her line. Petterman looked like she just rolled it between the legs of Draper, but it's an excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Form that Lena Petterman has been in this season. Any half chance like that usually ends up in the back of the net. Howard taking no chances, launching it forward. O'Brien with a header again. A rough treatment on Shannon O'Brien in the opening exchanges from Camille Jenkins. I think it's going to be one of those battles. It's going to be little mini pockets of tightly contested duels between two players all over the pitch. There's another one with Hannah Ward stepping across and just stealing in before Missy Goodwin can get on the ball. Thibault fizzed into Petterman. Did it hit a hand? Did. Hit a hand of Lena Petterman. Jackson steps away. Leaves it for Anna Draper. Joined in the summer on dual registration with Aston Villa. Team at Leicester City are currently bettering in the WSL. A lot of people felt that Aston Villa would perhaps be one of the teams to watch this season. It's not quite gone to plan in the first half of the campaign for Carla Ward's side, but still plenty of football to be played. Perhaps even eyes on Anna Draper. FA Cup is a great opportunity for every player. Kamen. Now Green. Lovely football from Leicester City, beginning to build up. Lovely sweet ball behind and just beyond Sam Tierney. Immediately you can see what Leicester City have got when they begin to up the level, begin to up the gear. It's going to take something. This Derby County side, I should say, know what Leicester City are going to bring this afternoon. Probably one of the benefits if you are a team from lower division. Most of Leicester City, if not all of Leicester City's games will have been televised this season, so there'll be plenty of video hours to have scanned through the last few weeks in preparation. I'm sure Sam Griffiths will have done so. a legend at this football club. Former captain of Derby County, of course. Been at the club for reaching 14 years now. Reaching 15 years, I should say. And been manager since 2018 as well, so very much part of the DNA. Steggles does well. Draper clears the lines. Steggles forced to concede the throw in. Tierney. Loops into Petterman. Little flick ball over the top, finds Missy Goodwin. Stepped across brilliantly was Emily Joyce. Had to make sure. Smattering of Leicester blue around the edge of the pitch. Not too far to travel even. It is January and it is cold, it's still a journey. Looked like Cayman was going to try and restart play quickly there, but the referee just ensuring that play is paused while to the 10 yards and ensure the Derby County wall is in the right place. Is this an opportunity though? Yuta Rantala, probably the favourite. Sori Takarada as well is interested. Will be Rantala. Good save from Draper again. Comfortable one in truth, but came a long way, came through a lot of bodies. Tierney's header is unable to find a teammate. Be a throw in. Hannah Ward will take another player that's hugely influential to this football club. Club captain, club ambassador, longest serving player in the squad, over 300 games for Hannah Ward. A legend, no doubt how much that legend would grow if she is part of a Derby County win this afternoon. Rantala beginning to motor. Slide ball forward, finds Petterman. O'Brien intercepted though, and Derby can come the other way. And Sims get a hold of it. Rantala nicks in. It's back to Yuta Rantala. Through ball to Petterman. Really good save again from Anna Draper. Racing off her line. Does brilliantly well. I know it's a real cliche, but your team have hardly had the ball, but not really been tested like Anna Draper has. Your concentration has to always be on point. That's exactly what it has been the opening 15 minutes from the Derby County keeper. Green sweeps it wide. Now Goodwin. Missy Goodwin driving in field. Two dangled legs out prevent Goodwin from progressing, and Steggles had to be alert as well as Petterman was sniffing for a chance. Green. Tierney. Josie Green, reverse clip ball in, finds Petterman then. It's a great strike at goal. Janice Cayman bobbling around, wonderful technique. It's not too far away, you know. It's a really good hit. It's a really good sighting of goal as well. That's the quality this Leicester City side possess, I should say, as they begin to move forward up the pitch, and there will be chances. Really good play in there from Rebecca May. Stuck around a little bit, bit of a mess in there, and it's Derby County that win the free kick. She got stuck under the feet of Rebecca May after making two really good tackles. Camille Jenkins tried to come in and help out. Did enough to win the free kick. Here is Sarah Jackson. Signed from Leicester City in 2019. Player of the Year in her debut season as well. Howard into Green. Takarada. Green again. Long diagonal looking for Shannon O'Brien. Camille Jenkins snapping into the tackle. Howard loops it forward, looking for Tierney, who's going to try and get in behind, but again, well defended by Derby County. Becca May in ahead of Sophie Howard there.
Shannon, if it's too high to control, see if you can nod inside to Utah.
Howard. Little nod inside, you can just hear from the dugout talking about if that diagonal was a little bit too hot, then O'Brien can pop it inside to a teammate. Lovely football again though. Still calmness about Leicester City despite it zipping around. Control within the chaos. Now Tierney beginning to step forward. Sam Tierney. Takarada. Green. Trying to work an angle. Comes back to Sori. Takarada. It's a lovely ball in. It's a really good hit from Petterman. It's a good sight and a goal as well. Another important stop from Anna Draper. Again, first touch out of her feet. Tried to sweep it into the near post. Made good contact on it, and it's a good save. Really good save. Head on from O'Brien. Camille Jenkins. Howard. Green. Clip ball over the top, looking for Missy Goodwin. Cop into Petterman, dealt with by Steggles. Not too many shocks or surprises within the FA Cup thus far. The only one really at the moment, Tottenham Hotspur, 2 down against Sheffield United. A massive shock considering how good a side Sheffield United are in the Championship, but still WSL position on the ropes. Could there be another WSL scalp here as surging forward goes Eleanor Ashton. Trying to work an angle, still going Ashton. There's a really important toe in there from Yule Thiebaud. Earlier on in the day, Brighton Hove Albion 6-0 winners against Luton Town. Chelsea forced extra time by West Ham United, but scored twice in added time. They're now 3-1 up against West Ham. Liverpool overcoming Bristol City narrowly. Tierney, now Goodwin. Trying to keep it alive up against Amelia Wilson. Nods it back to Petterman. Driving in field, Yelena Petterman still popping around. Josie Green thundered into her tackle. Fans enjoyed that one from Emily Joyce. Goodwin. Takarada. Lovely reverse pass into Rantala. Hurried clearance, it's found its way to O'Brien. Good defending on the second attempt there from Camille Jenkins, and keeps it in play as well for a throw-in. Committed defending from Derby County all across the pitch. Underlined there by Camille Jenkins. Petterman. Another good tackle from Jenkins. Couple in Leicester City blue. Perhaps asking the question towards the referee, although not too many overly vocal appeals other than Lena Petterman, who's in a bit of discomfort on the floor in the penalty area. Quite a collision, quite a coming together between Camille Jenkins and Lena Petterman. Nothing but fully committed though. No foul in there by the referee's assertion. Petterman is receiving treatments. Just have a little look back at it. Yeah, just a coming together between Jenkins and Petterman. Looked like maybe Jenkins, the force of the tackle has left some discomfort on Leicester's number 9. And plenty of options for Willie Kirk should he be forced into a change. I mean, I'm certain that nor he or anybody in Leicester Blue would be in a hurry to see Lena Petterman depart. 4 goals in 10 WSL starts for Petterman since joining from Pellier in the summer. Sometimes takes players quite a while to adapt to WSL football. Certainly not in Petterman's case, even in the games in which she hasn't found the back of the net, which we've already seen in the opening 24 minutes here. Always bright, always lively, always an option, always wanting to get on the ball and make half chances into full chances, and more often than not, everything dangerous that goes toward the opposition goal, Lena Petterman is involved in. Jackson going to return possession to Leicester City. Kopp. Sibo. Now Howard. Sophie Howard again. Scotland international. Kopp. See there with the goalkeeper in Kopp stepping over the halfway line, wanting to start plays and create things. I mean, we see it so often now in the modern game how goalkeeper needs to be a lot more than just a shot stopper, and here's a Kopp, I mean, very much an example in that this afternoon, playing as a third centre half, and almost a central midfielder at the end there. Pops out to O'Brien, up against Jenkins. Skips past Camille Jenkins, still going O'Brien. Joyce has got to try and clear out of nowhere and unable to prevent anything bar a corner. It'll be Jutta Rantala to take the corner. Referee just having a little conversation. Rantala been very impressive in her opening of Leicester City career. It's a great delivery, and it's found its way in the back of the net. Rantala to Petterman. more often than not results in a Leicester City goal, and it has done there. It probably won't go down as Lena Petterman's goal. Probably end up being Derby County own goal, I think. I think in the end it's either swiped off a Leicester body. Doesn't matter who the goal will be credited with. It's a goal for the visitors. It's a goal for Leicester City. And it's taken 26 minutes for them to find the breakthrough. Lena Petterman's first FA Cup goal. Jutta Rantala again heavily involved. Be her third assist of the season. And Leicester City have their noses in front. Steggles forced to go back to Draper. Green. Now Howard. Kopp. Threads it in brilliantly to Takarada. Now Rantala. Still working. Here's Goodwin. Underlapping run from Josie Green. Stands it up, and it's a good header out by Steggles. Wilson tries to release, but unable to find a teammate. Wilson being spoken to by the referee. Back underway. Green to Takarada. Cayman keeps it alive. Thibault. O'Brien. Jenkins again manages to get a toe on it. Just delay potential for a shot. It's found its way though to Petterman. Another really important stop from Anna Draper. Sam Tierney in there who managed to just keep it alive and reverse it into a dangerous area. Petterman skips away from Jackson. Had little of the goal to aim for. Forced a good stop out of Anna Draper. Another opportunity to try and develop something here from a Leicester City perspective. In swing and delivery. Little flick on from Sophie Howard. Goodwin with a header. Somehow it's away, but only as far as Green. Takarada. Rantala. Little flick on. And it's a good save from Draper. Strong defending again from Derby County. Thumped forward. Headed away by Thibault. May into Sims. Sophie Howard steps in. Only as far as Meadows. What a game to come into and make your Derby County debut. Elena Meadows, 5 hours before kickoff, announced on social media as Derby County's newest signing. Takes the 17 shirt, takes a place in the starting 11. Here's Howard. Clip ball again, looking towards O'Brien. A little bit too much on it on that occasion. Half an hour played here at the Don Amott Stadium. It's Leicester City who have a narrow lead. They've had majority of possession, but haven't created too many clear-cut chances in the first 15 or so minutes, and then started to open up a little bit more. Lena Petterman with a couple of sightings at goal, and then she played her part in the opener. A wonderful delivery from Jutta Rantala from the corner. Headed at the far post by Petterman. Bit of a scramble on the goal line trying to clear it, and eventually falls into the back of the net. Probably be harsh to take it away from Petterman, but it's one for the dubious goals panel, not me. You should always give it to the centre forward though, shouldn't you? Green unable to keep it in bounds, and be another Derby throw-in as Hannah Ward can step up another 15 yards and carry her team forward as well. Tierney has it stolen away and tried to play in Amy Sims. Is Howard. Tebow keeps it alive and finds a teammate, and now the underlapping run from Tierney. Leicester City captain Sam Tierney, Shannon O'Brien. That's a great idea from Uni Tebow, lovely sweeping drilled delivery, looking for the on-rushing Jutta Rantala. Very close to a wonderful piece of invention. Very much in the image of what Willie Kirk is trying to bring and develop here. Big clash of heads. That is a sore one. Both players fully committed. Dana Meadows probably only met the physio once. Have a look at it. I think it's a fair challenge. Hopefully, just a brush of both heads rather than one of those sickening thuds between the two. Tierney still down and in a lot of pain. We hope they're both okay and wish them well, as 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes until half-time break here at the FA Cup 4th round. It's been a great weekend so far of some excellent football played. Again, some of those standout results that we've seen already. Crystal Palace beating Blackburn Rovers in an all-championship tie. Charlton Athletic 4-1 winners away at Ipswich Town. Plymouth Argyle hosting Nottingham Forest. That is a long journey for Nottingham Forest on a Sunday. They've gone there and they've scored 6, so they'll be very happy with that. Birmingham 1-0 up against Burnley currently. Reading and Wolves are 1 apiece. Tottenham have got 1 back against Sheffield United. So it's currently 2-1 to Sheffield United in that one. And London City Lionesses and Moneyfields are still goalless. There is a lot to be said for a good cup run, what it can do for your spirits, what it can do for the group, what it can do, most importantly, at times, is for a fan base. Give them an opportunity to believe, give them an opportunity to get involved in the community spirit around the club and dream of what could be. Certainly both Leicester City and Derby County have given their fans a lot to cheer about at times this season, but the cup run is something that you can never tire of, never gets old, and certainly in Leicester City's perspective, they've looked good in the WSL at times. They've had a bit of a tricky run towards the latter end of the first half of the season. Winless in 4, 2 defeats in that time, but difficult trips away to Chelsea and Manchester United, the 2 games they were beaten in, and points on the road against Brighton and Hove Albion before a point at home to West Ham United. So a cup run will not only kickstart potentially a good start second half of the year for Willie Kirk's side, but also they've got back-to-back, I'd say, winnable games against Aston Villa and Everton before a difficult trip to Manchester City to start February in the WSL. It's a good header from Petterman, and thankfully Tierney is back on and okay, and Very nearly on the score sheet as well, Sam Tierney. It's another good stop from Draper. O'Brien keeps it alive. Howard. Green. Takarada. Really good tackle from Camille Jenkins again. Emily Joyce steps in. And Draper can clear. Thibault wins the header. O'Brien, lovely back heel. Here goes Yuli Thibault. Squares it as well. It's a really good ball across goal and crying out for someone to get on the end of it. Evaded both Tierney and Goodwin. Takarada can keep it alive before no chance is taken. Derby clear it long upfield and all the way back to Lisa Kopp. Howard. Fizzed in and popped off to Petterman and then out to Cayman. Takarada now. Thibault to O'Brien. And Tala skips away. I think he's looking for that top corner as well. Very classy operator, Peter Rantala. Signed from Vittsjö in Sweden in the summer. Brings quite a lot to this Leicester City side though. Twice picked up silverware whilst in Finland prior to her Swedish adventure. Hugely experienced, plenty of caps for her in the national Finland setup. Here's Thibault. In Green. Intercepted, and now Sims spots the goalkeeper off the line. Try to keep them on, keep them in the game and potentially keep the goalkeeper honest as well. Amy Sims has a knack for finding the back of the net. That one not further out than perhaps she'd have dreamed of, getting her FA Cup chance today. But again, just making sure Leicester City don't get complacent, because Derby County are certainly not allowing them to do that. Although it could be a chance to double the advantage now with O'Brien. Another good save from Draper. Skips in field, Shannon O'Brien opens up the angle and then tries to whip it in the near post. It's a good stop from Anna Draper.
It's not on as much when they're like deeper in the pitch. When they're like in that mid bit, it's on more.
Rantala. May was close, I think, to dangling out a leg there. Final few exchanges of this first half. Jutta Rantala. Again, by the way, what an amount of ability to be able to take corners, left foot, right foot. To the quality of that. What a delivery. Another really good stop from Draper. Goalkeeper is down. And into a crowd of bodies to palm it away. It's a brave stop from the goalkeeper. Number of important games coming up for Derby County. Yeah, back at home in a couple of weeks. In fact, next Sunday against Stourbridge, before a little bit of a breather, and then Huddersfield Town will be the next visitors to Derbyshire. And then another Midlands clash for them. Take on West Bromwich Albion away from home in the end of February. Just have another look at the delivery that caused Draper a really important stop. It's another excellent delivery. Really brave goalkeeping from Anna Draper. Really brave goalkeeping. And an excellent first 40 minutes. Draper, a number of important stops. Thankfully looks okay to carry on. Just being checked on by Charlotte Steggles and Hannah Ward. Thankfully she's okay, and we're good to carry on. Final 2 minutes of a close first half, in which Leicester City have found a narrow advantage, although Jackson perhaps wants to give her team one final chance of this first half. May. Fouled by Tierney. Jackson just orchestrating how this is going to play out for the U's. Number of options lining up towards the far post. Delivery has to be good though from Sarah Jackson. Instead it was wrapped goalwards by Rebecca May. Caught everyone off guard, including Rantala, who took a stinger to the shoulder. Somehow Leicester City have found a way out, but not past Emily Joyce. Wins possession as well, wins the throw-in. Amy Sims just trying to rally the troops and encourage one final step forward in this first half. Camille Jenkins with the throw. Good header by Sims. Joyce gets there first. Brave in was Sophie Howard, but skipping away Eleanor Ashton, unable to keep it in play. Thibault. Howard. Green. Kopp again joining Leicester City backline on the halfway. Sophie Howard. A little bit of space for Tierney, clips it round the corner for Goodwin. Well defended by Hannah Ward. Just chests it behind for a Leicester City corner. Uta Rantala with the delivery, this time with the left foot. And swinging stamped towards the near post. Out for another Leicester City corner. In fact, it's been given as a goal kick. Not too many complaints, so seems like a good decision from the officials. launched forward. Good header by Petterman. Now Rantala. Joyce stamps in and wins back possession. Petterman again. Tierney into Rantala. Really good tackle from Jackson. Had to be pinpoint. Even a millimetre wrong, and that's a penalty. It's a really good tackle from Sarah Jackson. Meadows. Petterman unable to find O'Brien. Nearly played 3 additional minutes in this first half as the sun begins to descend. Cayman. Tierney. Green. Brilliantly defended again by Joyce. Jackson. No chances taken, giving Sims something to chase. Green goes all the way back to Kopp. Howard. Goodwin. It's going to fall to Rantala. Now Petterman. Takarada very nearly in, but Jenkins standing in the way. Howard. O'Brien. Jenkins again fully committed. Leicester City take it quickly. That's a great ball in from Thibault. Into a dangerous area, just flashed across the heads of a couple who, if there was even a minor touch on that, would have caused all sorts of bother for Anna Draper. Green. Howard. Thibault. Kopp. Takarada. Little clip ball over the top towards Petterman. Again, good goalkeeping from Draper. Quick off the line once more. Here's Thibault. Howard. Now Green with space to step into for Leicester City. Thibault again. Into Petterman. Now Jutta Rantala. Well defended once more, this time cleared by Elena Meadows. Sims gets the toe on the ball and then is fouled by Cayman. Excellent work from the Derby captain. Just ensuring if there's even half a sniff at retaining possession, chasing lost causes and doing the hard work and the hard graft to get a team back on the ball, back in possession. Certainly still in this game, Derby. Long diagonal ball forward for Ashton to chase. 1-0, still very much in this. Played nearly 8 minutes. of additional time in the second half. Howard. First touch from O'Brien is excellent. Brantala flashes it across goal. Has to be headed behind by Ward, but there will be no time for the Leicester City corner. It's been a tightly contested first half, a first half in which Leicester City have had lion's share of possession. They've had a lot of the ball. They've created some good openings. Lena Petterman, player in the middle of the screen at the moment, is the one who has made the difference, heading home after a really good corner from Jutta Rantala. It's been a first half in which we've seen exactly what we knew we'd see. A lot of endeavour, a lot of heart and a lot of desire from Derby County. Some excellent defending. Leicester City perhaps showing that difference in division with a little bit of quality to show the difference, but it's still very much in the balance. Derby County 0, Leicester City 1. Rantala early, testing the goalkeeper Anna Draper, who has made a number of important stops in this first half. Petterman again on the front foot, but another good stop by Draper. Here is that delivery from Rantala. Petterman's header, and it eventually finds its way in after a little bit of confusion on the goal line potentially. Just unable to get it clear. Petterman again going close, but again Draper in the way. It's a really good chance from captain Sam Tierney. Another good stop by Draper. O'Brien again, another good stop by Draper. Excellent showing from the Derby County goalkeeper in the first half. Another in-swinging delivery. Again, a brave punch. And that is why the lead is 1, but a slender 1. Still very much in the balance. Still plenty to play for. And still an opportunity for either Derby County or Leicester City to have their names in the 5th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. At half-time here at Mickleover, it's Derby County 0, Leicester City 1.
North London sunshine, it is the FA Cup final at a sold-out Wembley Stadium. Of course it is! Lucy Bones, that's the touch, that's it! Chance! What a day, what an occasion!
Welcome to Baller FC. We're here at the Queen's Head pub in Limehouse for our FA Cup final special takeover. Baller FC stands for Baller Friends Collective, and it's basically a fan collective that I've set up with my friends to basically encourage as many people as possible to come down and watch women's football with us.
We're a collective of friends that like to create spaces where people come together and watch the women's football, and the women's football be put first rather than on a screen in the back with no sound on.
We do go to the games occasionally, but like our main thing is holding watch parties all over London. When the Euros came, we knew we had to like hold our own parties because no one was going to do what we wanted to do. That was the catalyst for us, and obviously it just was amazing timing with England winning the Euros, and so we've all been like on this amazing trajectory since then. I love the atmosphere, and I love bringing people together, and we just meet and, you know, just some incredible people every time we do one of these parties, and just to be able to have this much fun in like a pub is like, that's my dream around football. I just love it. And I think people have said to us, the fact that we're visible in the pub makes them feel safer, because going to watch football in the pub for many years has not been, you know, if you're female or female identifying or, you know, non-binary, it's not a very pleasant experience sometimes for men's football. So we're kind of trying to reclaim that back and make it, you know, a safe space for everybody to watch it.
Well, for us it's like amazing. It's like the first sold out FA Cup final for the women, and on top of that we probably weren't really sure that it was worth putting on an event like this with it happening in London and there being 90,000 people in Wembley, but we're going to pack out today as well, so it's great that there's interest both inside and outside the stadium.
Yeah, I think Man United are absolutely thrashing them.
Do you think Chelsea are over the chance?
No way, no way. No, they're going to get thrashed. Red Army! Red Army! Come on, Russo. Come on, Russo! That was a close one.
Yeah, it was a bit tense. Man United came in strong at the beginning and there was a few nervy moments at the back. But I think we managed to get some possession and get some more confidence and we had a few chances at the end. So yeah, we're feeling okay now.
So I'm Ella, I'm actually an Arsenal supporter, so I'm back in Man U today, just because Chelsea are Arsenal top rivals. So yeah, so I've gone the other side, but I'm sticking with the Reds, so yeah.
I mean, we just lost to Arsenal in the Conti Cup final, so like, that's now like, we can always slip up, but for sure, I've seen them win twice in the FA Cup final, so I guess there's a level of confidence.
So good. I mean, they're the top two in the league at the moment. They've been playing so well, so I think it's really good to see them. It's usually always an Arsenal-Chelsea game, so I'm really happy to see Man U sort of pulling it out of the bag a bit. So fingers crossed that we have a good battle in the last half. The sun's out, so it's all my mates, and it's like it's such good fun, especially to be out here as well. It's like it's a really good spot, and we're having a great laugh, so I can't complain.
The best thing about it for me is the energy is very similar to Euros. It's that heightened kind of, everyone's together, everyone's just here to watch the football. I guarantee that the split of people here are not Man United and Chelsea fans. They're here to watch the football. That's it, that's how it all started. It was like, can we find somewhere to watch the game? Yes. Can we feel safe? Yes. Can we enjoy it? Yeah, let's do that, let's do it together. The best thing about it is the fact that it's an even deal. So we've got players on both sides who are playing for England, and everyone's here to watch this, see the champion is, but that preparation for the World Cup. So it's quite, like the energy level is quite high at the moment, which is quite amazing.
of joy, relief, because it was very tense in that extra time. They had that scrappy chance, like nearly went in. But yeah, happiness, pure joy. Well, Free From Desire is just such a banging tune, you can't not get up on it and school and dance. Especially when you're surrounded by Man United fans. Oh yeah, it's been really lovely, like, really great, everyone. It's always a nice atmosphere watching women's football, I think, especially with this crowd. Apart from the fact there was a majority Man United fans and just a few Chelsea fans, but yeah, it was really good.
North London sunshine. It is the FA Cup final at a sold-out Wembley Stadium. Sam Kerr! Of course it is. That's the touch, Chance. What a day! What an occasion!
Plenty of work for Derby County to do in this second half. They find themselves a goal down. Leicester have made one change at half-time. Shannon O'Brien to be replaced by Yuka Momiki. And we are back underway immediately. Leicester City back in possession. Here's Josie Green. First touch for Momiki. Howard. Again, that patient approach, and centre halves having plenty of the ball in the first half. Second half starts the same way. Howard long diagonal for Missy Goodwin. Goodwin. Chance building. Now an opportunity perhaps for Rantala. Just clips the crossbar as it settles over from Yuta Rantala. First warning sign in this second half from Leicester City. And once again, Yuta Rantala central to that. Tierney with the header. Joyce up high. Howard straight back into a dangerous area. Lovely little flick on from Momiki, looking for Tierney, but dealt with. Here's Petterman. Now Green. Tierney flashes across goal, and Missy Goodwin at the far post very nearly doubled Leicester City's lead. Really good build-up play again from Leicester City. Starting the second half very much in the same vein as the first. Draper. Josie Green can tidy up. Thibaut. Green again. Now Momiki. Howard. Nicely building. Here's Rantala and Goodwin. Up against Jenkins. Skips away from Jenkins, but Jenkins stuck to her task well. And wins a goal kick for Derby County, who have Anna Draper in goal. And defensively, Camille Jenkins, Sarah Jackson, Charlotte Steggles and Hannah Ward, Emily Joyce, Elena Meadows, Rebecca May, Amelia Wilson and Eleanor Ashton in midfield, and then Amy Sims up front for Derby County. Rebecca May perhaps a little bit more advanced than we thought as well. As for Leicester City, Lee's Kopp in goal, a back three of Josie Green on the ball now, Sophie Howard and Yulia Thibaut, Janice Kamen, Saori Takarada, Sam Tierney the captain and Shannon O'Brien. Then Yuta Rantala, who's just been slammed to the ground, and Missy Goodwin in support of Lena Petterman up front. No changes in this second half. The only change needed from a Derby County perspective is one to the score sheet. And they've got plenty to play for, plenty to be encouraged by Sam Griffith's side in the first half. Defensively, dug in well A really good job to keep Leicester City at bay. There has been a change at half-time for Leicester City, which we'll come back to in just a moment. Kane on the ball. Takarada. It's a lovely reverse pass looking towards Santini, who had stepped forward. Here is the substitute, Yuka Miki. Howard. Tebow. Takarada tried to play in behind for a teammate to run onto. It's a long switch of play, looking for the substitute Mamiki. Yuka Mamiki, who has come on at half-time for Shannon O'Brien. Slight shift for Missy Goodwin, who's gone over to the opposite flank. Headed by Green. Momiki skipping away and threading it into the path of Missy Goodwin against Camille Jenkins, who's been excellent defensively in this game so far. Tebow trying to work an angle and recycles play back to Sophie Howard. Goodwin. Cayman. Lovely delivery into Petterman. Really important defensive block in there from Charlotte Steggles. Another Utarantala corner. Deep delivery. Again looking for Petterman. Brave header away. Derby County off the deflection from Mamiki. Thought had won the throw-in, but in fact, straight out of play for a Leicester throw. Here's Howard. Now Green. Tierney chopping in field, and Wilson darting in to make the tackle. Rantala's corner. Behind off of Lena Petterman, unable to direct it goalwards on that occasion. Petterman's header. Joyce has it stolen by Tierney. Now Momiki. Missy Goodwin's going to have a race on to keep it in play and unable to. Only 3 games I should say, still going on this FA Cup weekend. London City Lionesses are one up against Moneyfields elsewhere, and Burnley and Birmingham locked at 1 apiece and into extra time. Earlier on today, Tottenham Hotspur came from 2 down to beat Sheffield United 3-2. Wolverhampton Wanderers beaten Reading by 2-1. Crystal Palace have overcome Blackburn Rovers in an all-championship tie. Liverpool narrowly beaten Bristol City. Chelsea need extra time to come through against West Ham. Big wins for Arsenal, Manchester United and Manchester City as well. Petterman. Goodwin. Tebow. Stands it in towards the centre of the box, looking for Takarada. Goodwin. Again, Camille Jenkins stands tall and then throws herself and her leg just in to nab the ball away from Missy Goodwin. Once again, really committed defending from Derby County. Steggles looking longer for any sort of outlet, but once again, Leicester City come forward. Momiki. Green. Passes intercepted by Derby County captain Amy Sims. It's found its way on the far side to Missy Goodwin. Trying to skip away from Jenkins, but again, Jenkins not allowing any sort of space for whoever she's tasked with marking. Cayman. Jenkins again snaps in and relieves pressure, but only momentarily because Howard comes again. Green. Tierney. Momiki. Green again. Tierney. Petterman flick round the corner looking for Momiki. Takarada wins back possession. Tierney, Petterman. 1-2 touch football from Leicester City. Green scoops it into a dangerous area, headed away by Steggles. Howard. Flashes it over to Thibault. Petterman. Really good first touch. Takes all the sting out of it and lays it off to Green. Tierney. Trying to work an angle for Green to deliver. Instead goes short to Momiki. Back to Green. Takarada. Really good football from Leicester City. Really well defended again from Derby County. Thibault. Sophie Howard. Long diagonal looking for Missy Goodwin. It's a lovely pass. Really well brought down. And now, wonderful effort and a wonderful clearance as well from Steggles. Brilliant play again from Yuta Rantala. Rattles the crossbar. Danger not over though. Tierney. Trying to work an angle up against Wilson. Finds Momiki. Lovely shift of balance to give it into Rantala. Back to Momiki. Back across goal. And it's stabbed goalwards. And it's found the bottom corner from Janice Cayman. Wonderful build-up play again from Leicester City. Slick, incisive, sharp passing. Little knock round the corner from Rantala. Momiki squares it. Then Cayman acrobatically directs it goalwards. Gets enough on it. Draper can't quite keep it out. Finds its way into the bottom corner. Leicester City doubled their lead. They lead Derby County by 2-0. Clearance from Draper is only going to allow quicker response from Leicester, who once again can try and step forward. Here is the goal scorer of the second goal, Janice Cayman. Belgian international who brings a huge amount of experience to Willie Kirk's side, having signed from Olympique Lyonnais in the summer. Won the lot, Champions League winner twice. Now bringing a huge amount of experience and quality to this Leicester City side as Missy Goodwin goes close. Howard. Tierney. Petterman's flick on. Momiki. Tierney. Wilson charging it down. Tebow. Back to Sophie Howard. Takarada. Howard again, just short of an hour played. Petterman flicks it around the corner. Momiki. Wonderful centre forward play again from Lena Petterman. Yuka Momiki coming close there. And a bright spark since coming on at half time. Howard. Kopp fizzes it into the path of Tierney. Howard, Petterman, again trying to clip it first time, but she gets tangled between her own feet. Brilliant play from Amy Sims. Helena Rowlands charged, Helena Meadows charged down. Sophie Howard. Needed a good first touch from Goodwin, and Goodwin obliged. Howard tried to skip it in towards Momiki, and again Hannah Ward is equal to it. Breen. Howard again. Takarada. Goodwin's little layoff finds into Rantala. Goodwin. Bobbing and weaving. Joyce sticks a foot out. And again, Emily Joyce, but unfairly, according to the official. Leicester City change. Double Leicester City change is Courtney Nevin. To replace. Second change sees Deanne Rose come on. Momiki's set piece. Deep delivery towards the far post, looking for Petterman, but it's going to skip all the way through for Lena Petterman. Looking towards Deanne Rose. Tierney. Double change, seeing Lisa Rantala and Josie Green head off for Courtney Nevin and Deanne Rose. Petterman. Howard. Escape, looking to flick it forward, but again, unable to find a teammate with the pass forward. Sims is going to give chase, but Howard was always in control of the situation. Thibaut's been swapped sides of that Leicester City back three now, with Courtney Nevin going over to the far side. Now Missy Goodwin. Jenkins again, not giving anything up. Nevin. Goodwin.
Keep doing the simple things right, keep going.
Bit of confusion as to what has happened there. We've got ourselves an indirect free kick, or within the Derby County box, as Anna Draper picked it up and cleared it after putting the ball down for a goal kick. Rarely see these in modern football. Just inside the penalty area. So what can Leicester City conjure up? Yuri Thibaut and Luka Momiki stood over it. Thibaut to nudge for Momiki. Really good block, charge down immediately. Thibaut. Petterman just dishes it off to Cayman. Oh, it's a lovely back heel from Petterman. Momiki, Goodwin, really well defended against, just throwing bodies in the way. Emily Joyce was on it. Thibaut. Momiki. Takarada. Momiki. Goodwin. Skipping away from Jenkins. Goodwin stands it up towards the far post, headed away. Meadows gets an important header out for a Leicester City corner. Another change as Sori Takarada is replaced for Leicester City. See, Chloe Seamson and Amy Palmer come on for Lena Petterman and Sori Takarada. And another change as well for Derby County coming as well. That is debut over for Helena Meadows. Impressive debut. She'll have easier afternoons than this, and certain of that. Marley Rhodes Andrews comes on.
Substitution for Derby County, please for number 17, Helena Meadows. And she's replaced by number 16, Marley Rhodes Andrews.
Deanne Rose has lashed it in from close range, bobbling around, and the person that you want it to fall to is Deanne Rose. Wonderful technique, spins and volleys in from close range. Leicester City have a third, and surely their place in the next round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup. Back underway. Now, a lot of work for Derby County to do. Palmer immediately involved. Lashed clear by Steggles. "20 minutes to play." Tebow. Howard. Cayman. Intercepted by Eleanor Ashton. Thumped away by Jackson. Kopp. Swings it clear, looking for Goodwin. Goodwin unable to keep it in play though.
Dennis, a little bit.
Right. Just confirmation of those changed a little bit earlier on. Courtney Nevin for Yuta Rantala. First of the double changes for Leicester City. Nevin. And to keep it in play. And Josie Green. One of those replaced by Deanne Rose. Amy Palmer and Remy Seamson also come on, and Yuka Momiki as well for Shannon O'Brien at half-time. So all 5 changes made by Leicester City. We have a 9-player strong bench for this one. Derby have shown a huge amount to be proud of defensively this afternoon. There's essentially another opportunity for Tierney to get in. Draper's had to bail out of it. Momiki skips around, there's no goalkeeper. Again, Derby though throw bodies in the way to ensure no easy sight towards goal. Here's Palmer. Nevin. Tierney nudges it back to Howard. Tebow. Seamson's going to chase, but cleared by Ward. Palmer. Now Tebow. Yuli Tebow again. Nevin. Lovely football from Leicester City as Palmer finds Tebow into Tierney. First booking of the afternoon goes to Amelia Wilson. A little over 15 minutes left to play. Derby have defended brilliantly at times. A little bit of quality from a team that are doing some excellent work in the WSL has shown the difference on the day so far. Momiki lashed goalwards. It's a really good ball, and it finds its way in. Deanne Rose, who skips away. I think it eventually goes in as an own goal off of a Derby player, but another excellent, wicked delivery from Yuka Momiki. Deanne Rose flashing across goal to cause all sorts of confusion, and it eventually bobbles in the bottom corner. Leicester City have 4. Leicester City's journey in pursuit of an FA Cup victorious year will continue beyond this afternoon. Palmer. Howard. Tierney. Clips it over the top, looking for Cayman, unable to keep it in.
Yes, we see you go across. Stay there, Red.
Header in by May. Sims again clattering into the tackle. Captain leading by example, still showing all of that fight and endeavour that her team have shown throughout this FA Cup tie. Rightly so, should be a lot of praise and a lot of plaudits given the way of Derby County from the National League North. Rose keeps it in play brilliantly. It's a hung up delivery. It's going to find its way all the way across to Goodwin. It'll be a Leicester corner. Momiki on set piece delivery again. Flashed across goal. It's going to be kept alive. Could be a chance for Seamson. Nevin. Back out to Momiki. Now Goodwin. Seamson. All the way across to Deanne Rose. Palmer. Lines one up. It's a good delivery towards Howard. Gratefully hung on to in the end by Anna Draper. Lovely delivery that is from Amy Palmer. Palmed away by Draper and then gets a second opportunity to gather. Rose. Really good work from captain again, Amy Sims, but Leicester come again with Seamson. Now Goodwin up against Jenkins. Comes around the outside of Jenkins and wins a corner. Does she? No, goal kick. Brilliant defending once again by Camille Jenkins. Just asking Anna Draper to slow things down a little bit, put an almighty shift in Derby County defence. Tierney. Palmer. Rose Andrews there was trying to gather back possession, but has to find a way out. Seamson against Jackson. Little back heel gives space to Goodwin. Prods it back into a dangerous area. And it's hooked clear, but only as far as Sophie Howard. And Nevin will again reload the Leicester City attack. Brilliantly defended by Steggles, and Steggles has carried her run forward. Palmer. Nevin. Howard. Good build-up play again. Momiki into Rose. Jackson had to spring across to prevent Seamson having a free effort on goal. Into the final 10 minutes. Leicester still asking questions, still on the hunt for another. Derby County still hanging in there and still showing the same hunger and determination that they did in minute 1. Momiki's corner. Deep delivery towards the far post of Sophie Howard's header. Header by Goodwin. Little flick on, they find May, but Tebow is there again. Rose Andrews. Back to May. Joyce, lovely ball forward, something for Sims to chase, but a nice little interchange there. A couple of passes strung together from Derby County and look to release Amy Sims in behind. Our goal scoring run into this game was exceptional. 6 goals in the 3 previous rounds. Palmer. Nevin. Another change for Derby County as Rebecca May is replaced.
Substitution for Derby County, please give it up to number 23, Becky May.
It's by number 19, Isabel Sheridan.
And she's replaced by number 19, Isabel Sheridan.
Palmer flicks it onto Seamson. Momiki. Goodwin tries to flick it beyond, but it's going to ask a little bit too much. Is it a Palmer who does keep it in play? Nice to see Isabel Sheridan get the nod. First full season after stepping up from the academy. Another player with high expectations and no doubt part of Sam Griffith's long-term plans for the football club. Kane. Howard. And Nevin keep it alive. No, intercepted. And now, here goes Amy Sims. Looking for Sheridan early. Sims. Can't beat Palmer, but does win a throw-in high up the pitch for Derby County. Perhaps there is one magical moment for those in attendance this afternoon, those supporting the U's, to get behind and live out. They'll want games like this on a more regular basis. They'll want to be stepping up the pyramid days like today, and hunger for days like tomorrow to be like today. Defensively, they've dug in, they've done well at times. They've not had a huge amount to show for their efforts in terms of attacking opportunities. But they are facing a very, very difficult Leicester City side, a Leicester City side that are completely different from 13 months ago. Willie Kirk has done some exceptional work in January of last year in the window and then in the summer. So much experience, so much quality brought in. And then real game changers to bring off the bench like Yuka Mamiki. There will probably be one or two that will be hoping I don't see Leicester City's name pulled out alongside theirs in the next round of the draw. A number of the big teams coming through unscathed this afternoon. Chelsea had to do it in extra time. Manchester City, Manchester United and Arsenal all won convincingly. Palmer, Seamson, now Mamiki. Goodwin with space on the far side. You see Goodwin, lovely little step over to skip away from Jenkins, flashes it across goal. It's a good stop from the goalkeeper and eventually hooked clear, but how long for? Sheridan. Can only find Nevin. Palmer steals in. Now Derby can break, can they? Here's Marley Rhodes Andrews. Driving at the back line, squares it as well. Ashton, I think, actually, who managed to break right down right side.
Your main Derby player, number 1, Anna Draper.
Huge ovation for Anna Draper, who has been awarded player of the match for the home team. No surprise, she has been very busy this afternoon, made a number of important stops and certainly grown her reputation with a good performance. A player who has dual registration with Aston Villa. Certain there'll be a number of impressive Anna Draper displays that we'll be talking about over the years to come. Another change for Derby County. There's Charlotte Steggles trots over. She'll be replaced for the final couple of minutes. Another really good defensive display from Steggles and co. Former Leicester City player, of course, to be replaced by Maria Timms.
Substitution for Derby County, change for number 4, Charlotte Steggles. And coming on is number 18, Maria Timms.
Final 90 seconds of the 90, plus whatever the officials decide to add on. Nevin. Palmer. Howard. Thibault into Rose. Tierney. That's the throw in. Cayman lobs back in play to Thibault. Howard. Palmer. Rose. Cayman on the overlap. Deanne Rose doesn't need her. Driving at the byline, really good play Well defended again from Derby County. Cock. Howard. Flick round the corner, finds Tierney. Thibault. Flicking behind, looking for Deanne Rose. Held on to by Draper. Header by Palmer. Tierney.
Find Yuka if you get this. Yuka.
Goodwin. Is there one more chance? Momiki. Well held again by Draper. Cleared only as far as Thibault. Thought about the shot, instead disguised it and gives it to Seamson. Rose. Cayman. Deflection. Held on to by Draper.
Stay there, stay there.
Howard.
So try again on the switch. Yuka.
Momiki.
Support.
Intercepted. Palmer. Goodwin. Seamson back to Goodwin. Surging forward, Missy Goodwin. Camille Jenkins again. Excellent defensively. Goodwin, surely fouled. Referee not interested, and it's a Derby County throw-in. Howard. Lovely spin from Palmer. Thibault. Tierney. Howard. Thibault. Seamson. Trying to pop it off. It's going to come back to Yulia Thibault. Draper clears. 93.5 minutes played. It's a difficult one for Amelia Wilson. Fell on the ball and then Cayman stands it across goal. Defended well by Sheridan. Tierney. Momiki. Palmer. Into Deanne Rose. Again, brave goalkeeping from Anna Draper. Really brave goalkeeping, just to dive down ahead of Deanne Rose. Headed by Howard. Rhodes Andrews launches it forward. Thibault under pressure from Sims. Cop under pressure as well. And that is full time. The FA Cup dream is still alive for Willie Kirk's Leicester City. Coming into this one, there was a difference in division by a couple, and the scoreline is finished by a couple and a couple more. Derby County can be very proud of the performance they put in, the tenaciousness and the desire to defend. They've dug in, they've stuck to their task. Sam Griffith's side have given a real good account of themselves, but the quality of Leicester City did eventually pay through. A goal in the first half and then 3 in the second. It's finished. Leicester City are in the hat for the next round. Derby County 0, Leicester City 4. First half, this is the opener. Petterman at the far post eventually finds its way in. Derby had dug in for so long prior to that to keep it goalless. Wonderful delivery by Rantala. Into the second half, Momiki, who came on at half-time, squared it for Cayman, volleyed in. Draper unable to keep it out. Derby keeper was brilliant all afternoon, still unable to keep Leicester City at bay. Momiki's delivery again. Deanne Rose swivels and slams it in from close range, not long after coming on as a substitute. And then the fourth, Momiki again. Her delivery causing all sorts of problems. Comes off Charlotte Steggles, I think, in the end. And nestles in the bottom corner for Leicester's fourth. Derby County's dreams of an FA Cup fairy tale end. Leicester City's are still very much on the cards. They're in the hat for the next round. It's finished here. Derby County 0, Leicester City 4.